In case you've missed our premiere, Sasha Lee Lawrence, the First Lady of KDV, came to visit us to share some of her journey as a professional makeup artist, fine artist, and business owner. I hope you are ready for today's episode. Good day everyone, and welcome to this explorative and expressive mini docu-series Klein Dorpie WENtaliteit, proudly brought to you by Serafilm 143. I started this movement being born and raised in a klein dorpie and wanting to empower and uplift the talented and gifted people of klein dorpies around the country and around the world. This series highlights talent from the Dwars River Valley between Franschhoek and Stellenbosch. After I started this movement Klein Dorpie WENtaliteit, I approached JP de Wet, the man behind the camera who shoots, edits and produces all my spoken words, and asked him if he would like to join me in starting a production company. And so Serafilm 143 was born. Now we are able to showcase our talents as well as all the other talented artists and creatives from small towns near and far.
Hi, I'm Justin, the musical giant from Klein Dorpie WENtaliteit.
Meet Justin Jefthas. He is our musical giant. Justin is a multi-instrumentalist, songwriter, poet, and musician. He is well trained in string instruments and percussion. Join us now to hear more about Justin's amazing journey with music and life. Hi Justin, welcome to Klein Dorpie WENtaliteit.
Thanks
So
for
happy
having
to
me.
have you here today, and we're very excited to hear about your journey as a musician and artist.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. Tell us, what does each instrument represent to you, and how many instruments are you able to play today?
Well, each instrument represents it's like an extension of myself, and it gives me the opportunity to express myself emotionally, spiritually, in different ways. The amount of instruments I can play, about 11 plus instruments, mostly string instruments and percussive instruments, but I love dabbling in a little bit of piano, accordion and so on. And yeah, like just it's a amazing, like how can I say, it's a it's an amazing opportunity to like just explore different styles of music and different musical territories basically. So with each instrument it just gives you a different type of release. Lead guitar is more like your soul speaking. Accordion is like, you know, like healing others, and sometimes there's an instrument that just gives you more of a experimental feel to it, like just not mastering it, just having fun with it and see what comes out of it. So, and you know, if you have any frustration or anger, percussion is the way to go. So like, yeah, it's cool to have all these different instruments, and like each individual on this planet, we all have that something that resonates with your heart, you know. So like I said, it's just an extension of yourself, of myself. And whether there's sadness or anger or even just joy, like there's an instrument and a style of music that you can link to that, you know. So yeah, that's basically it, like just expressing oneself in different ways. And like it's amazing that every instrument can actually take you to a different world. That's profound to me, because like I also just feel like sometimes when you're like caught up with the same thing, like sometimes we tend to listen to the same music for a long time or get into a routine. With every instrument you absorb different like influences. So
you can set a different mood as well.
Yeah, and like also depending on your environment and maybe the crowd you're with, or like even the weather affects that mood, and like so it's really powerful to have all these instruments that speaks to you in different ways, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, you know. So yeah, just an extension of myself.
Justin, I can see on your face the joy that you have when you talk about music and all your instruments. Tell us about what happened in the past that pushed you to excel at being a musician. Tell us about the accordion that you got from your grandfather.
Well, this, I have to be honest, this is probably where the first seeds were planted. My grandfather played in church for about more than 40 years. And we weren't allowed to touch this thing when he was still alive. So yeah, just after we passed, it was just standing around, and I just realized at some point what excelled me was, as a kid, there was this sense of belonging. There was this loneliness I carried in my heart, this sadness, like just a yearning to be part of a tribe. And I always felt like there was something much bigger, like it wasn't rugby, it wasn't soccer, cricket, nothing, wasn't chess. And I didn't fit into any of those teams. So the music was like it was like that platform for me, basically. And what excelled me was because I was so hungry to experience, I was hungry to express what I was feeling, what I was seeing, what I was experiencing. And a lot of my experience I had was very unique, and I couldn't find people that I could relate to. And through music, I could put it in a song, I could put it in a poem, and put a musical piece towards it. So with that sense of loneliness and like just that hunger to be part of a tribe, and even in some cases the rejection I faced as a kid, just gave me this insane drive to like just do something, like I have to use this determination, this amazing passion that I'm feeling, and tell my story. And music was that vehicle for me. So like I'm so blessed and grateful for all these things that came on my path. And like I said, my grandfather really planted that seed. And he also, this is just the stories I heard, but he also played banjo and guitar. But I have no memory of him playing that, but I feel like it was carried over in spirit to me. And yeah, like so I inherited this accordion a few years back, and I remember the guy that gave him this told him like, I'll give you this. He told my grandfather, I'll give you this instrument, only if you play in church. So every time I try to like write my own song, you know, there's like the slight nerves like looking behind me, like I think my grandfather. So yeah, this is really like I could say this is like the start where I like absorbed the first pieces of music live, and it was like such a great boost for me as a youngster to see it in church, because it's such a unique instrument and you don't see it every, you know. So like yeah, it fueled me a lot, like just
Justin, which genre of music do you prefer and why?
Which genre? I am first and foremost metal inspired, but anything melodic, anything technical, spiritual, beautiful. I love like energetic music. I can't say a specific genre because it just gives you, something different you can feed off. So, like I said, if it's just from the core, if it's unique, I'm very drawn to the things that are a bit out of the ordinary and just like eccentric, just like, or something fresh, But like I love it when musicians show what they can truly do on the instrument. So, like I said, technical, spiritual, beautiful, melodic, that's something I find powerful.
So you wrote the song a while back. Can you tell us about your song, I Wanna Praise?
Yeah, actually, I started at school last year, helping out with a arts and culture project. And these youngsters that we were like teaching, they didn't know like how important it is or how fun it is to just be expressive. And they asked us to do like some pieces like the school like anthem and like national anthem with
Is
the kids.
this at the high school or the primary school?
Pniël primary
Pniël
school.
primary school, okay.
So they asked me to come join. They were looking for a multi-instrumentalist. And one thing, the song, I just keep on hearing this melody coming through, and I just kept on playing in this key. And while I'm playing, I'm humming this tune and but there was something so beautiful and spiritual about this, the construction of everything, of the song. And I kept on humming the melody, and every day a piece will just like add to the song. And as I'm humming and singing this melody, the young kids are joining me on this piece, and I just felt this build up to this track. And then a week or two passes by, and the song is just hovering, and I'm yearning for a pen and a paper. And it's the song needs to be written down and it needs to be finished. And as I'm walking to one of my colleagues that asked me to be part of this arts and culture project, he was very happy and impressed with how the kids have been progressing. And they seem to love this melody, but there hasn't been any lyrics written yet. And on my way to him, the song just builds up and it gets powerful, and it's almost like it's being sent to me, spiritually. And I hear the song, and the poem that I've added to the song just flows through my mouth. It felt like a totally different person. It's really felt like just it was handed to me basically. And I just started writing it, and I went back to school and I tell my friend, can you just listen to the song quickly, because it's been on my heart for weeks now. And I start playing the melody and the chorus, and the kids are joining in and clapping hands to it, and they're having so much fun. And at every session we had after school, we will end off with a song. And
so it became like an anthem.
Yeah, and what was so bizarre, these kids will constantly ask me then, and I realized, what is it about the song that just got stuck to this project, And after a while, I started let's end off with this. Let this be our special connection with each other. And the kids enjoyed it so much, and I realized in that moment there is something very profound, special, spiritual about the song. Because everywhere that I went, there was a piece. Through a different person it came to me. There was a melody that someone helped me with, or a rhythm. Everything was just added to the song.
So it was co-created with everyone
with
around
all
you.
These different individuals. And up until now, it's been more than a year now, I've played it a bunch of times, a couple of times on stage, and there's something so similar that happens with the people that heard it. They just felt it's a supernatural thing taking place, this song. And like I can't wait to share it with the world.
Would you like to record it?
Yeah, I'm actually in the process of doing a rough draft now.
Okay.
So hopefully, like later in the year, when the time is right, it will be released and people can enjoy it. And yeah.
Justin, that was such a beautiful story, and I also love that song. I can't wait for it to be recorded so I can actually listen to it when I have a bad day or when I need some spiritual upliftment.
Thanks.
What do the youth need to do if they wish to become career musicians? Can you give them some advice or some pro tips?
Okay, firstly, master your instrument. Very important. Work out a schedule, daily schedule, constructively, your techniques, your different keys, and get some theory down. Very important. Now it's so much easier. You can go online. You can get a teacher almost everywhere in every school. So first, master your instrument, and also important, confidence. A lot of people have all the skill in the world, but they don't have the confidence to get on stage or to record. So, and also network, very important. Just make sure you know photographers and graphic designers. If you can do all those things, great. If you don't, it's easy to just build up a network, so because everyone can help you fill those slots, and you save more time with your art and just with your music, with your piece or whatever you create, because you need a lot of time for this as well, and patience. So if you just learn to get into a space where you feel comfortable, where you understand what message you want to bring to the world, also brings a big drive. So it's important to know firstly as well, what do you want to bring to the world, and is there this unique message? Is it something positive? Is it something that's gonna make a change, So all those things add up. So it's actually more spiritual as well, But like I said, networking also very important, and try to link up with the right people. There's certain groups that will guide you, but they will just bring you to a certain point. So that's why you have to know those smaller things. And also, a lot of musicians will probably be angry if me saying this. Day job. Very important. Just try to get a basic income for you, because when it comes to maintaining instruments,
yes,
it can be quite pricey. Yes. So, and and get your license. Getting gigs everywhere and not having license is quite a challenge. So yeah, network, practice constructively, practice daily. Just know what you want to bring to the table before releasing anything or creating anything. Just know who you are, so important, your identity. Step into your true identity. And also try to be fearless when creating something or when you step into this industry, because it's people will tell you you have to be like this or this or this, but it's strange, you can just be unique. You can just be eccentric. Just bring something totally different to the table, and usually the person that does something different will be remembered, So, yeah.
Thanks for the great advice, Justin. Another question, how would you help adult students like myself? When I was younger, I played piano, I was quite good, and that was about 15 years ago. So now I would like to relearn piano, but as an adult, it's difficult. I can't remember so well. I don't have all the time that I used to have when I was younger. What advice would you give to adult learners who want to practice as a hobby or to pick it up for fun or just to keep their mind going?
Like, one thing I can tell you is sometimes we try to like just repeat what we did in the past, and we want to feel good about when we play this instrument and play it well. But one thing, you can just, whatever speaks to you, it doesn't have to be played perfect. The song that you create or the instrument, you don't have to have the greatest rhythm. Just do it because your heart needs it, your soul needs it. So you don't have to go into all the theory books and like, you know, I have to like get this down and like, you don't have to like spend hours with it, you know. But think of that song, that melody, that rhythm, you know. Think of that song that just always brought you like great joy, or like just gives you that amazing emotional like you know, feel, that expression that takes place. So even if you have 10 minutes, like, you know, you can have great fun with it by playing your favorite song, you know. And like, just a lot of people don't forget it actually. It's just we just tend to get rusty sometimes, and just you can just have to get into a cycle again. And like, it's all about discipline as well, you know. If you love that specific something so much, you know, because love is so powerful, like it just conquers the doubt and the hatred and whatever, you know, it just demolishes all that's negative. You just find a way to that thing, you know, that instrument or like whatever you want to create, you know, you just find a way to it. Like, it just makes that path to it. So
it's like that famous saying, your gift will make room for you.
Yeah.
So we should follow that advice.
Yeah. So like, if that interest is there, that's the drive. If that the love is there, like I promise you, I know for a fact that person will get to that instrument. They will get to that drum or that piano or that guitar or just singing even, you know, that's good for the heart. So yeah, just like, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Like, if you can't play the way you used to play, just do something that will make you feel great, that will make you smile again, you know. That smile can maybe like light up someone else's life or in that moment. So it's you can focus more on like just like that great nostalgic feeling again. You can focus on just this great memory again, you know. So yeah, don't put too much pressure on yourself if you don't have the chops anymore, as I would say. But you can just like do it because it's beautiful, you know.
Thank you, Justin. It was lovely having you here today.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for sharing your unique and powerful gift of music with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The song's called I Wanna Praise.
to meek miraculously. He'll set you free, take you through every tragedy. Call on his holy name, he is the one. He is our heavenly Father, the Son. Remember to show your creator love. I bow to you, Jesus, my God. Know that he is the King of kings and he's created everything. He died for all of our major sins. One someday we'll be free from it. So open your heart up and follow his will. Believe his love is inseparable. Forgiveness is a major deal. He'll change your heart when you get ill. I wanna praise his holy name. And every day, oh, he's the one who never change. I wanna praise his holy name. I have to praise his holy name. And every day, oh, he's the one who never change. I wanna praise his holy name. His holy name.
Watch out for the next episode when we will meet Colin the Bushman, who comes to visit us in Kuilmoor, hailing all the way from Duiselsdorp.